Da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Oh, there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game preview and a special Kickstarter preview. And today there's so much more because it's not just a game preview for Bots Battleground, which is for 3 to 6 players. Ages 8 plus will take about 30 minutes to play. It's also a preview for the new Boogie die. Both of these coming from Shay. So Boogie die, let's start off with that one first. This is going to be a new revolutionary die that will roll itself. It's got a microphone in there, it's got a computery brain, it's got a little thing that'll help it roll together. It's got an LED light in there. You're going to be able to program this to play in numerous different games in the future. It's a special custom die. The first game, you might ask, well, that's Bots Battleground, which I'm about to show you how that works. But it is a quick, light bot fighting game where you're going to be trying to figure out which cards you need to play at the right time, but there's like this little hot potato element. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. I got to play this card, but then he's going to play that card. It's a little back and forth type of thing. Let's open it up. I'll show you how it works. Alright, then we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Boogie Dice. Now, this is the promotional Boogie Dice. I do want to mention that I have in front of me. Yours is going to be much nicer than this. It's not going to have this little parting line in the middle. It's going to be a little bit better balanced. It's going to bounce better. It's going to have a less sensitive microphone, which is actually apparently a good thing. And it's going to be a little bit quieter, which is actually why I'm shooting it over here, why I'm not doing it in the Bots Battleground part, because when it does roll, you'll hear it go zzz, and I have the microphone over there, and it's really annoying, because I've already shot it, and yeah, I'm rambling here. So anyway, this is going to be your Boogie Dice going on right here. And as you can see, it's a little bit large. It's actually probably about a third, maybe 2/3 larger than your standard D6. That's because there's lots of stuff in this die. We'll zoom up real nice and close. There's LED lights, as you can see, flashing in there. There's a little motor, so it will roll for itself. There's a microphone in there because it's going to pick up your noise. And that's the main way that this works, is that it has a microphone in it. And one thing that really intrigues me about this die, and I normally don't talk about this sort of thing in the middle part, is the fact that this die is going to be able to play numerous different games in the future. So the LED lights might flash for different points, or it might roll for different lengths of time. For real-time games, it has a lot of potential possibilities, but we'll talk about more about that when I get to the end of the video. So let's see how the thing is work. Right now, it's not on, because as you can see, it is not flashing. So you want to start it up, you're just going to tap it. I believe you tap it like 7 times. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And boom. Now it is good to go. It's on because of the blue blink. Now how do you activate this thing? Well, you can just roll it like a standard D6 die and it'll start rolling around. Yes. So it will roll like a standard D6 die, except it's got LEDs in it, which I don't have it currently synced to the game. But yes, normally it would be synced to the game Bots Battleground. Another way you can do it is you can clap your hands. It's sound activated. You can snap your fingers. I'm not very good at snapping my fingers, but I am good at clapping my hands. And yes, in case you're wondering, you just can yell at the dice if you'd like to do that as well, which is also kind of fun, just to yell at dice and make it move. That's one thing I really enjoy doing. But anywho, that's how the Boogie Dice is going to work. Apparently I talk too loud. That's how the Boogie Dice is going to work. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Bots Battleground. Now, before we get started, I do want to mention this is the promotional copy I have in front of us. Take everything you see here with a grain of salt. So first and foremost, we have our handy dandy rule booklet. It's 12 pages, double-sided. I imagine yours is going to be full color. It's pretty well done. It'll have you up and running in no time at all. And the gameplay itself is relatively simple. Not to mention that the die actually does the hardest part of the game for you, which is keeping track of time. So that's pretty darn cool. So in Bots Battleground, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be fighting your bots, which are these cards right here, against other people's bots, potentially trading bots with other players in order to have mutually beneficial agreements, and in the end, try to get to 10 points. Now, normally the points would be kept track of with tokens. We use D10s when we play the game. So what is going to be with your copy of the game? Assuming you get the full copy of the game, you're actually going to get this cool little charger right here, which will also serve dual purposes, not only a charger, but a little arena for your die to roll around on, which is a really cool idea. I do think it adds to the theme of the game, I would imagine. So let's go over the components. You're going to have tokens. You're going to have the die, which we showed earlier is the special Boogie die. And then you're going to have cards, and more cards. The important things to note on these cards are going to be the attack value and the defense value at the bottom, and also if it has a special ability, which most cards actually will have a special ability down on the bottom. They'll either be green or yellow on the bottom of the card. You're going to get dealt 4 cards, and then you're going to activate your Boogie die, as you mentioned, tap, 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 and then you were going to program the die to know that it's playing Bots Battleground by playing a special sound on your smartphone, or imagine on your computer, so that the die is ready to rock and roll. At which point you will set up the die, and you look at your cards, make sure you don't have any duplicate cards, and then you will start the game. When you start the game, what's going to happen is you're going to take turns going around the table, snapping your fingers or clapping your hands, or what we like to do is just yell an obscenity. I thought that was kind of humorous. Just yelling something until the die starts to activate. At which point the die will start to roll itself, and whoever activated the die is going to have 2 seconds to lay down one of their cards and point it at someone else and say, alright, I'm attacking you right over there. Once the 2 seconds is over, what's going to happen is there's going to be between 10 and 20 seconds of back and forth head games going on. Because what's going to happen now is that the defender is going to need to successfully defend themselves against the attack of the attacker. And bottom line is, if they can do that, then they are going to gain points, and if they can't do that, they are going to lose points. But there's some crinkles going on here, because there's a trading aspect to this game. So let's just say I'm attacking. Boom, I'm attacking with this guy right here. He's got a 7-3 going on. That's a pretty powerful attack. This guy looks at his cards and he says, oh no, I don't have any defense that's going to help me out right now. So what he can do is he can say, hey buddy over here, you got anything good? You got anything that's going to help me? And all the while, there's 10 to 20 seconds here. This is a very, very tense, fast-paced sort of thing. The guy say, I got an 8 defense for you. Let's trade it up. Because the thing is, he definitely wants to trade up, because if he does that, he can potentially earn some of the points from this guy successfully defending himself and winning the attack, whereas this guy definitely wants to make the trade as well because, well, he wants to win. Now, the other unique thing about this is, so let's just pretend he trades a card to him and he ends up winning the round with that card. What's going to happen is this guy's going to get 1 point, this guy's going to get 1 point. Let's say he loses, though. Let's just pretend that he puts out that great defense card, and this guy says, oh, switch it out real quick, because you can do that, and he has a really powerful attack card or something like that. This guy is going to lose both of the points, and this guy suffers no penalty at all for trading. So trading is definitely encouraged in this game. One more other thing that I want to mention is that there are going to be special abilities that will, or special ways the rounds will work based on how the die is rolled. So as I mentioned, when you first start the round, you're going to be trying to trigger the die so it will start rolling itself. Now, once it's finished rolling a certain number, whatever number that number is, it's going to have a special impact on the round. So if it's a 1, it's a normal round. If it's 2, a lower total sum is actually going to win instead of a higher total sum. So maybe these great cards that you have in your hand are now not so great. One of them will allow you to play, my personal favorite, where you can play 2 cards instead of 1 card, which is really cool. One of them will make it so the attacker is actually a defender, which can really shake things up. Very interesting. So each round is going to be different. And the other thing is that you really, you have 10 to 20 seconds to decide what cards you're going to play, but at the same time, you have to look at the die to see what the round condition is. And when you're first starting the game, that's really tense, because you're like, all right, let me see. Oh, no, I'm actually the attacker, so I need to figure out how to do this. Proves for some tense moments, but anywho, you're going to try and go until someone gets to 10 points. Whoever gets to 10 points first is going to be the winner of Bots Battleground, and that, in a nutshell, is how the game is played. Alrighty then, Bots Battleground and Boogie Dice from Sarche, currently on Kickstarter right now. I'll post a Kickstarter link down below. Who might be digging this? So we're going to start with the game first. I feel like people who like real-time games are really going to get a kick out of this game. There's some tense moments in this game. Essentially, the round's going to last 24 seconds. You've got the 2 seconds where you got to put when you put the attack card out. Then there's that 20 seconds, that little dead period where it's like this little back and forth, tit for tat. Which card do I play? Oh, we put out a card that's got a special ability on it. Hey, does anyone want to trade me cards? And then the trading aspect, that's another thing that I think some people are really going to like. The fact that you can trade cards. It's got like that Munchkin-esque vibe where, yeah, I can probably win if I trade him that card, but at the same time, I'm going to be then giving him a point. Because if you trade someone a card, there's no risk to yourself. It's all on that person, and that was really interesting. Moving on to the die itself. Wow, this is some really neat technology, and that's the main reason why I'm giving this a preview, is because they're 2 separate products, I feel, right here. Even though they do integrate themselves, this is a really awesome idea. The fact that this die could have 10 to 20, 30, as many games as popular as it gets, that it could utilize this. That this could be a component that is utilized in numerous different games. It's just really cool. And the fact that they fit a microphone and the computer chips and all you can tell how much I know about computers, and all that stuff there. They got the LED lights in there, and you can have it timed so it'll only roll for a set amount of times, then maybe not roll, then switch colors or something like that. That's really cool. And just when I was playing around with this die, there were so many ideas in my head that were popping in, like, oh my gosh, what if you made this into like a social deduction game or something where you had the die going for a certain amount of time, you could only switch rolls, or just lots of... There's endless potential with this die, and this is really cool. And that's what I'm going to say here. That's all I'm going to say here. I'm not the person who unlocked the potential in this die, but I see it. It's a really cool idea. It's on Kickstarter right now. It's already funded. Be sure to check out the Kickstarter link below. It looks like it might be for you. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to click on the subscribe button down below and in the comments below. Let me know. Tech. Are you a big fan of tech? Do you like to go to Best Buy and see all the new fancy tech gadgets and just ogle them? Are you one of those people who still has a flip phone? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are a fan of tech, what is your funnest tech thing that you have? For me personally, it would be my new $150 Chromebook I got from Walmart about a month ago. And man, I'm really enjoying that thing. It does exactly what I want / need it to do. It's only $150. It's amazing. I love the era we're living. But let me know in the comments below if you like tech, and if you do, what is your favorite tech product that you own? As always, thanks for your time, YouTube.